I've watched 1,000 hours of content on YouTube on how to make music. That includes mixing, production, mastering, instruments, literally anything that you could possibly search on YouTube. And after years of wasting my time doing that, here are the lessons I wish that I knew at the beginning. Hello. How you doing? Boom. The first lesson I learned about music is definitely that gear does not matter. Okay? Gear doesn't matter. And yes, I'm holding an SM57. Okay, whatever, you gear freak nerds. Here's my whole reason why. After watching all these interviews of great artists, there are people like Lizzie McAlpine who has a great song out there. I forget. Oh, Pushing It Down and Praying. That song was all recorded on her voice memos app on her phone.
Mason was like, we should just use the voice memo and just track band on top of it.
On her phone. Not only that, but the most famous example ever is Bon Iver being in a cabin and him recording through one of these things and essentially making a whole album out of it, and now everyone wants to recreate a sound. So no, gear does not matter. In fact, there is a whole genre based around this. It's basically just called bedroom songs. And you get your voice memos app and you put it there and people listen to it. It's the same thing. Justin Bieber did it with one of his songs. I don't even remember what it was called. It's about intimacy and it's raw. And who doesn't like intimacy? In moving on to my next point. Point.
PowerPoint.
Performance is everything. Recently, I've watched a lot of interviews of these old guys that Rick Beato has been interviewing, guys from Led Zeppelin, or recorded Led Zeppelin, and recorded the Beatles. They recorded the Beatles. Well, all those guys, they basically all end up saying, I didn't even know it was going to sound that good. And I'm like, how do you not know? Well, they basically fooled around and found out. In a good way, not the bad one. Now that I've watched 1,000 hours, I can tell you that Josh Turner, who has probably the best covers on all of YouTube of any song ever, he's got a little sign, I believe, in his wardrobe hanging thing. I don't know what it's called, his cabinet. And I'm pretty sure it says something like, a song is 90% the performance.
A little adage that I try and live by here. This is a reminder that the performance is the most important thing, that good music, good arrangement, good performance.
You go and listen to old songs, and I'm telling you, no, it doesn't objectively sound good, but it's a good song though. That's all that matters. Moving on to you nerds out there who are obsessed with the mixing and mastering process. Those of you who are beginners, you don't need to really do it. First off, you shouldn't even be mixing or mastering until you finish the idea of the song. Now, I am guilty of this, but please don't add effects or whatever until the song's done. Okay, finish your song. Use your brain power for ending the song, finishing the song. Finish the song. Finish it. Finish the song. Finish it. I'll say this. One of the number one things that I didn't learn soon enough, which I wish I did, is limitations are freedom. Let me repeat that. Limitations are freedom. Bon Iver, again, part of the reason why limitations are freedom is you get creative when there's limitations. Oh, I don't have drums. What am I gonna do, bro? Make drums. Look. Drums. See? Just made some. Percussion. Oh, I really want a cool sound effect. That's a sound effect. Just saying. You don't need to spend anything. You got voice memos. You got a guitar. Can you sing well? Did you write a good song? Boom. Easy. Anyways, the last lesson I believe that I've learned from spending 1,000 hours trying to learn how to mix, trying to learn how to master, trying to learn how to produce. Here's the number one thing that I actually didn't learn from music production. I learned by meeting someone in the artistic space. Here's the story. A few years ago, I went to my uncle's wedding, and I was essentially not an outcast, but I was put at a table away from my cousins. Don't worry, I have no butthurt feelings about that. Because I gotta sit next to this guy. I feel like his name was Bruno, but I could be wrong. Was writing a fictional book for like 5 years. 5 years. 5 years. Or something like that. A long time. Fictional book. And I asked him, I was like, hey, how are you working on this over and over and over again? How do you not get thrown off by new ideas? And also, how do you know when you're done? Because you finished. And he was like, Riley, here's what you need to do. Stick to one idea, and don't stop working on that one idea until you are done. When new creative ideas come, ignore them by writing them down. Or use voice memos to record them really quickly and get back to the original idea you were doing in the first place. And I know it sucks and I know it's boring because new, it's new over there, And you're like, why? Why am I not getting anywhere? Well, finish the first one, what are you doing? After he told me that, I immediately went home and did that. But it took me like a year to finish one song. That's what it takes sometimes. That's it. So here are some really good professional tips here that will take you from like amateur hour to professional mixes in no time. These are really all you need. And those are all the things that I've learned for watching 1,000 hours of how to make music on YouTube. There's no sponsor of this video, but we are only like 9 subscribers away from reaching 500 subs and then 500 more to reach 1,000. So my goal is to reach 1,000. Subscribe, like, comment. What have you learned from watching content on the internet? I will say this, just a few tidbits of those who really want to get nerdy about things and do want to waste their time. 1, Joe Glider is a great person to watch on YouTube. Also, I recently made a video about this bass guitar that's in the corner of my room right now. It's cool, right? If you want to see how me and my best friend built that guitar from scratch based on a 1962 jazz bass, go and check it out. It is probably one of the best videos that I've ever made and one of the most fun videos I've ever made. So please go and check that out. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. And I love you. Love you. Love you. See you guys later. In the next video.